Awesome. Welcome back. Yes! To another live lifts. I am your host, Dr. James, in the house. As usual, let's get into it. We do the first set, then we have a little debrief, we have a chat. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Yet more, another fantastic week of steady, slow growth, which is consistent with our style of training. Steady, slow growth. So welcome. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, wow, yes, woo. Welcome back. Oh, that feels so good. This is our first ever Saturday stream actually, so welcome if you're new. We do normally train Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday. Depends on the schedule, as the schedule allows. And Saturday strength. Today, strong Saturdays. Silnie sobota, for all those people in Poland watching. Strong like bull Saturdays. We're doing well. It's been going fantastic. So today's live stream is our second month milestone today. We did the 1 month milestone, obviously after the first month. We're now into, wow. We're now into our, at the end of the second month really, going into the third month. So if you do tune into the other live streams, which I highly recommend, you will be able to follow the slow, steady progress. And we've got 150 on the bar today. Yes, but actually it's a huge stimulation for the body. So it is a shock, as in a slap to the body, but it's also, doesn't tickle, it's far from ticklish, but actually, it actually stimulates the body. Slowly, how we train here is sub-max style training. We're not going overload, we're not hitting 1 rep maxes, forget about that. That's not how we train over here. If you want that and you want to do all that crazy stuff and you want to pick up an injury and you want to jump on the steroids with all the idiots, then go and join those channels. That's not what we're about over here. We're very unique over here. I searched YouTube and I searched gym live streams. Simple. Because I thought, well, you know, something unique. So there's nobody else out there doing it like this. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to get a nice educational value live stream and be authentic, be legitimate and show an entire strength season. And then we'll do the bodybuilding in the summer, all the shredding, all the fun stuff. Well, this is fun stuff as well. This is really, really fun as well. So we're unique in what we do. Of course, there will probably be imitators, of course. Somebody will want to, but we lead the way over here. We'll be bringing research, academic, from my medical background, from my background as a former physiotherapist as well. I don't practice as a physiotherapist anymore, but I've maintained a little bit of knowledge, just a bit. And we like to incorporate the strength behind the science as well, the strength behind the science and the sports medicine elements. So we're going to do another set, coming up to a 3-minute break now. So here we go. So welcome back everyone, we are flying. We'll have a quick debrief as well. I'll tell you how I'm feeling after the last session, because we normally start with a set, we have an introduction of course, and then I tell you how I'm feeling after the previous session, after the previous live stream. So we'll go through that because I did I did feel some bit of a shock to the body, bit of a stimulation to the body. Right, second set. And we've got some really, really good exercises today coming up, so I will talk you through them in a moment as well, what we're going to do today. Let's get the second set out though. Stay nice and warm, light sweat, heavy weight. Absolutely gorgeous. Ooh. Oh. So, how do we feel after the last session? Wow. In the last live stream, which was called Oh My Quad. Oh my quad. Why? Because my quads actually, I say we because you're kind of here, aren't you? But we were doing the yoke carry. Man, that thing came back with a vengeance. So we did it in the first month and we did it the other day. And wow, the outside, lateral side of the quads. Ooh. Outside of the quads was absolutely on fire. I thought it was going to hit my back, my core, which it did. But actually what I felt doing that length and distance, the time under tension, the outside of my quads were just absolutely raging. So they've completely recovered. Actually what I felt the most, to be completely honest with you, because we did dips, then we did yokes. I always forget the last exercise, I'm sorry, I don't know why. But we did dips and then yokes. But anyway, the yokes. Man, I felt my shoulders. This right shoulder was sore, like really sore. And I don't know how, maybe it was from the dips, but sore in a good way, sore in like a stimulated way. Or was it from the dips? Possibly, most likely. But then also doing the yoke carry afterwards, holding the frame, shrugging the shoulders, holding it up like that. I guess I'm switching on my shoulders and I got a really big stimulation on this lateral delt, or kind of middle delt, medial delt, let's say, but it's on the lateral side of the shoulder. Wow, yeah, so it's completely recovered now, so it's fine. So, really good deep core. Feel completely refreshed there though. I feel thick, like my thoracolumbar junction down here, my glutes, and all my core. Every time I come back after the week, after doing the 2-day rest, I feel this really deep thickness building up, and it's all muscle. So, and that's credit to the style of training as well. So, what we're going to do today, we're going to do heavy squats, because it's consistency. I've set up a little, you probably can't see it, it's off camera, but I've set up a little station over there as well, which is for shoulders. So we're going to do trap bar shoulder press, which is amazing. Hits the traps, hits all the 3 heads of the shoulders, including rotator cuff as well. It's an overhead exercise, which is going to hit our core again. And then we're going to do Zercher squats, but we're not going to do them static today. Previously, we've done static Zercher squats where we're holding the bar like this, and essentially we're squatting with the bar in front of us, and we usually do it in the squat rack. But I want to make that a bit more dynamic today. I mentioned this in a few live streams ago. where we do evolve the training as the season goes on. We introduce new stimulations. So today I'm going to take the Zercher squat and I'm going to take it on a journey. So we're going to go round in a circular motion, carrying the Zercher squat in front of us for more time under tension load. It's going to hit the arms, going to hit the shoulders again, it's going to hit the core, hit the legs. And also it's a functional movement as we train. That's how we train over here, we train functionally. It's a massive stimulation on the body. It's complementary to our squat, our deadlift, our front squat, and the other functional movement that we'll be doing. And also it is part of the strength style of training. The only thing we don't have is the podium in the middle with the arm, and they walk around in a circle as they hold the carry in a kind of I don't know what it's called. Please put in the comments what it's called. I don't know what it's called. It's a 360 kind of carry where they kind of walk around holding, you know, a lot of weight. So I want to kind of replicate that today as well, because it's going to help stimulate and bring on the rest of the body as well, which is what it's all about. Third set coming up. So, really stimulated through the body. Absolutely fantastic. Ah. Woo. Feeling thick. Nice and safe as well. Feels safe, that's the main thing. Achievable. Ooh, so this is the second time we've done 150. The first time I really felt it in the abs. This time, third set. Usually the third set's nice. You're well warmed up by now. Nervous system is charged up, supercharged. And we do squats to the hokey cokey. Knees bend, arms stretch, squat, squat, squat. Ooh. Rah. Woo. Wow. We mentioned earlier, we mentioned a few live streams ago actually, I think it was 4 or 5 ago, we mentioned the importance of going slow, building up the weight very, very slowly, especially if you're starting. If you jump in too heavy, too soon, or with too much volume too soon, or too much duration, as in the length of your sessions and the impact that you're putting through your body is too much too soon, you're going to develop something called overuse injuries. Now, overuse injuries, it's a broad term, but usually it's going to come down to, if you're quite young, it's going to come down to your joints being affected or the connective tissue being affected. And if you're a little bit older, let's say over 15, over 16, or an adult, you can sometimes have chronicity of those, which is an ongoing problem if you've had a joint problem or a tendon problem as a child. But you can develop overuse injuries as an adult as well. And usually, the guys that do too much upper body stuff and not enough variety for the lower body, and tendon problems such as here in the elbow, biceps, supraspinatus, and particularly in the knee as well. So that's another reason why in this training that we do here, our sessions are, let's say, 60 minutes to 90 minutes. The volume is just right, so the amount that we're doing. The stimulation, the strain is just right, and we're not overtraining, and there's enough variety as well for recovery, because I do not want to jump into heavy squats like some people do, and then suddenly they, oh, I've got knee pain. Oh, the tendon in my knee feels a bit hot. Feels like it's inflamed, it feels stiff. The capsule is hot and inflamed. The tendon is hot and inflamed. Or particularly in the Achilles tendon if you're running particularly long distances. So by putting your body under this type of strain, but doing it slowly and really monitoring your sessions and making sure you're not overtraining, you avoid those kind of injuries. So particularly with heavy squats, you may feel it in your patella tendon at the front, which is the tendon that attaches the quadriceps to the tibial tuberosity, which is the bony point on the front of your knee, and you'll feel that when you kneel down on a hard surface. So if you're a child, that is still maturing when you're a child. So it's over the joint of the knee at the top of the leg, just below the knee, and it's where the tendon of the quadriceps goes into the kneecap and then into the leg, the lower leg, to help straighten your leg. So if you're putting too much impact through that too young, it can flare up. And there's a couple of conditions you can get. One is at the end of the tendon, the bottom of the tendon on the leg. It's called Osgood Slatters. And the one is at the top of the tendon, which is on the bottom of the kneecap. And that's called Syndig Larsen Johansson. And they're just named after people. Essentially, you get them from overuse as a young child. Impact on hard surfaces, overtraining, too much volume. And it's just where the tendon has essentially become inflamed and usually torn a little bit away from the bone or away from the kneecap, away from the bone and leg or away from the bottom of the kneecap. And it can be quite a chronic, long-term, nasty issue. And some guys have got this, so they're running on hard surfaces as a child. And the bone can still be quite painful as an adult because it's over that growth plate where the bones grow and the tendons and muscles insert. So if you have got that, again, it's more of a reason to go slow, go steady, get the treatment you need for that. And you want to avoid overuse injury, particularly as an adult, tendinitis, tendinopathies, particularly in the Achilles, particularly in the arms. They are a similar element. However, in adults, the joints and the aponeurosis, it's called an aponeurosis, where the muscles attach to the bone, it's matured and fused as an adult, so you're less likely to get the bone tendon inflammation. You're more likely just to get pure tendon inflammation. So it's a good reason to go steady, go slow incremental training, don't overtrain. So I just want to talk about those two pathologies today as well. So the Osgood Slatters and the Syndig Larsen Johansson, you'll get that as a child. It can persist though, it can become chronic and a bit painful into young adulthood. And then as adults, like I say, you're more likely to get just an outright tendinopathy or an inflamed tendon. And worst comes to worst, if you keep on training on those kind of things, the tendon can fully rupture, fully tear, which is a nightmare. You see that in kind of your endurance athletes or your long distance marathon runners or people who pick up exercise too quick, too soon as well. Should we do the fourth set? So pay attention to your bodies, guys. If you feel a little ache and pain, it's telling you that it's probably still synthesizing protein, it's still trying to recover. That's why we have the debrief at the start of the live stream to discuss how we're feeling, and I have to be completely honest with myself and say, does that feel a bit tight? Does that feel fully recovered? Fourth set, nice and strong, nice and steady, tight. Yeah. Wow. Whew. That's something else. Yeah, some great exercises coming up today. Fantastic. One more set of the squat. Then we're going to jump on to the We might do the shoulders next, and we can finish off doing some functional stuff as well. Ooh. Coming up in a, well, we've got the Halloween live stream next, which will be Monday. And then there'll be more strength work next week. And I'm going to review this as well. I've got this new Lacoste mock neck base layer on as well. I'll be reviewing that. I've done some product reviews. In the past, I reviewed a Gymshark top 2 live streams ago in heavy sets and Gymshark product review stream. I'm going to be reviewing this Lacoste mock neck base layer in maybe 2 or 3 live streams, because I would have worn it a few times as well, so I can give a genuine, authentic impression and review of the product. But you will notice in a couple of the live streams when I've had a white base layer on, I would have been wearing it to just break it in a bit, see how it feels. And as I mentioned in the couple of live streams ago, I go through gym clothes like no tomorrow, so I really want to make sure I put products to the test. I really put them through a strenuous training environment where, you know, they're constantly getting wet, they're constantly getting stretched, they're getting snagged, they're getting pulled, they get used and washed. And you'll notice that some of the things that you buy, they can fall apart quite quickly. And I don't want to buy poor quality products, so I will be, and I do review gym products as well. And if you have a product that you feel is up to the test, and you want me to review it, or you have a brand, a growing brand or an established brand, put it to the test. If you think you've got a quality product, let's test it out. And I've got good scoring criteria, so the scoring criteria is in the description of the videos whenever there's a review. But I really like this so far. But I'll do a full review on it, but I do like it so far. I think it's quite smart. I think it looks quite nice. But we'll go through a full review in a few live streams. Final set. Coming up, 5th set. Woo! Pumped. Feeling fantastico. So, it's not my choice of music. If you can hear the hokey cokey on, it's because there's a kids' party over there. It's not because I put the hokey cokey on to do heavy squats too. But, you know, think what you like. It's actually quite a stylish birthday party, actually. I think they've done excellent. Woo. Right, final set. I think we're ready for another set. Come on. Hamstrings are firing off. Popping. Come on, 5th set, 5 reps. Focus, no fail, nice and steady. Nice power, nice drive. Drive. Breathing technique, your breathing technique is so important. The timing of your breathing. Supercharged. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Smooth. Woo. Ah. The boys having too much fun. Objective achieved. New weight, new week. 150. Done. Right. Swift change. I think what I'm going to do next, actually, I'm going to do the Zerka squat next. Zerka carry, because we can hit the legs, hit the arms, hit the abs again now while we're fired up. Then we'll finish off with some shoulders. I think I've got to be completely honest with myself and go, come on, push it. Now you're fired up. So let me just break this down. Gym etiquette will not leave anything standing out. And pop these to one side. So we've got a nice clear space. Excuse me, gents. Hiya. Just let you know, I'm going to move on to my next exercise now. Yeah. What I'm going to do is have the bar here, and I'm going to be walking around this. We're only there. I'm going to have a 3-minute rest though, so if you need to. We'll be all right. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Awesome. 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 Yes. So I'm going to start with 60 because the target here really is to hit moderate to heavy, sub-max, remember, still, same principles. But we want it to be achievable over time to really stimulate us. We could probably do with, we need to get a little bit lower, don't we? And we need, I have seen one somewhere, hold on a moment. We need a rubber cushion for the bar, or a foam cushion for the bar. I'm sure I've seen one around. Maybe not. Can't find it. No. I don't know where it's gone. Have you seen the black foam cushion for the bar as well? There's a red one through there, isn't there? It's a black one's new and it doesn't fall off. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere. A Castaglad? No, there's not. Oh my God, how do you find it? It's still there. Nice one. She's great. Yeah, there we go. That's what I need. That's what I needed. Bit of foam, bit of rubber thing, whatever it is, like a hybrid rubber foam thing. So a little commercial break, guys, while we just slot these in. And I think we're ready to go, man. We need to get you guys a good angle so you can observe. So a bit of shuffle in with the camera. Bit of camera shuffle. And I think this is an ideal POV for the next couple of exercises. Because you can see what I've set up in the middle there, can't you? You can see that I've set up a station where I can do the hex bar, the trap bar press for the shoulders. We've done it in a couple of other streams. It caught the eye of a couple of gym bros. So in the gym bros want to steal this exercise stream, you can see a really good interactive session on trap bar, shoulder press. I think the optics are quite nice there for yourselves. Nice, informative, interactive session on really healthy, safe shoulder exercises. So if I put this here for you, I think that's a decent angle. Oh, you guys are so, got a VIP, front row seats. What you can't see is me lift up and drop that weight, but it doesn't matter. set up a couple of low bars so we can drop the weight off if we need to. So we've had an adequate little recovery there as well, like a mini break as well. I think we're all right there. Ready. It's lucky Saturday afternoons, you know, some of the evenings and weekends, we get the space to ourselves, which is just gorgeous, isn't it? You know, can't beat it. Right, I'm just going to be off screen slightly whilst I pick this up. And I shall make an appearance from the wings. So here we go. Just try not to clip anything. We should have enough clearance. And we do. 2nd time. Three. Four. Woo! 4. That's pretty good. 60 kilos. So that's what I'm talking about. I've never done that before. I've done Zercher squats and I've done front squats, but to combine that now and to put that into a functional movement under time, over distance, under tension, you've got to ease yourself in and choose a lighter weight because you're still trying to supercharge the body, get it nice and warmed up. You want to make sure you don't get any tightness. We're doing this on the back of very heavy squats. So as we said in the very first live stream, how to start strength training, respect the weight, no ego. Could have easily jumped in with like 80 or 100 kilos there, but probably would have done half the amount of work. And I don't want that to go around 4 times, which is, let's say that's like 20 meter circle, 15, 20 meter circle. You know, we got 60 to 80 meters out there under a moderate weight, or a light weight, let's say 60 kilos. But we got a lot of time under tension, which is fantastic. And biceps will appreciate that. Forearm flexors and extensors, brachioradialis, coracobrachialis, supinator, flexion extensor tendons will appreciate that because they're hard muscles to stimulate. Traps as well. Remember, we hit the traps in 2 live streams ago, the perfect back session, in my opinion. Traps really loaded up there, holding it like this. Pec switched on, core switched on, and obviously legs are working. It's a great all-round exercise, a true test of full body strength. I just want to make sure we've got enough clearance. I think we've got enough clearance around here. Yeah, we're all right there. We've got enough space. So welcome to the new subscribers. Just absolutely amazing, isn't it? Woo! So we're starting off with the live streams, guys, but we've got lots of ideas of how and where this channel is going to go and going to grow. But steady, slowly. I'm not in any rush for any of that. Focus is my career and my job as a doctor, which I absolutely love. It's just amazing. Amazing people. Amazing colleagues. Can I put 10s on there? Is that good? I'm going to use a slightly, which is going to look a bit unorthodox, all right? But when I appear on the screen next, I'm going to have put on a couple of 10s. And the 10s are big rubber plates, and they're over the top of the 20s. And the reason why I'm doing that is because in case I do get fatigued and I drop the weight, I don't want to smash the metal discs onto the floor. So I put some big rubber CrossFit weights that are a bit bigger and they act like bumpers. So if I drop the bar, they'll just bounce and it won't damage the barbell as well. And that's important because the barbells in the gym, they do get damaged, unfortunately, by guys and girls who put the metal plates on and they drop them, and it damages the ball bearings inside. The end of the barbell should rotate nice and smooth on ball bearings, and it gets damaged when they're dropped with metal plates on. When they've got the rubber discs on, they bounce and it shock absorbs a little bit. But it's about looking after the gym equipment as well, so I wanted to respect the equipment, so I'll put that on. But it does look a bit unorthodox because ideally you would have the widest weight on the inside. But there's 80 kilos on there now. This will be a new stimulation. And we'll do another set. And we'll see what we can do. I don't know how heavy I'm going to go on this because I've never done it before. So it's a new challenge. Again, another week, another challenge, and more weight, more stim, more great. Are we ready? One. Two. Three. That was hard. Oh. Wow. 3 3/4. Man, that was tough. 3 3/4, I think. That was tough. That's a different stimulation. Woo. So what I need to do now is load this up again onto the hooks. So that 80 is about right. I'm going to stay on 80 today, guys, because I've never done it before. And I feel like I'm getting good reps or good distance and good time on that. But what you often find with this kind of training is, oh, I'm so out of breath, sorry. What you often find is the next time you come to do that weight, it will just feel easier because your technique is better and you're a bit more charged up. So I'm going to stay on 80 for another set, and I predict, my hypothesis is I'll be able to do more than the 3 3/4 circulations that I just did, because I think I'm going to be a bit more stimulated. All right, Alex, a bit more stimulated, a bit more charged up, and just all round feeling like I've got a bit more recruitment. Oh man, that's so good. You need to try it. It's amazing. But I love trying all this new stuff as well. We've tried a lot of new things in the last few streams. Right, let me try and get this on. Try and hook this up. And the audio is popping today, guys. In the last live stream, I don't know why, but in the last live stream, the audio was a little bit crackly. It was a bit staticky and a bit crackly, and I just don't know why. But it's fine today. I don't know. Technology, hey? Oh. Oh. Oh, recovery. Oh. Oh. Whew. Right, we've got another set coming up. This is the Stoptober streams as well, guys. Remember, this is the last Stoptober stream that we're doing, because we'll come to the very end of October now, very end of Stoptober, and it's about quitting smoking. So just done my bit to promote awareness of quitting smoking. There is a link in the description of the video to access your local services. You just click it and enter your postcode, and it'll tell you where in the local area you can get access to a GP or a dedicated smoking cessation service. So use it, it's free. The NHS is fantastic. And quit smoking, guys. So we will do in that. We'll be promoting other health initiatives as well. There's a lot of things that need attention drawing to them, of course. So if we can use this for a positive growth as well, then we can. Let me just grab a friend and I can load up this for the next set. Could you do me a favour? Could you tell me just re-rack this bar?
Give me one second. Give
Yeah.
a spot. I'll come.
Sound. Unless this guy's free. I just want a quick. I've just got to get this loaded back up onto the hooks, and then I can. Nice one, mate. Just onto here. Awesome. Thanks, mate. Cheers, mate. Yeah. Right, so we've got another set coming up. Right, another set. Well recovered. See how we feel. Ah, woo, woo, wow, 3.5. Oh, so it's a little bit more than last time. Ah, oh, that is tough, man. Similar. Wow, my hamstring is fired up after doing those squats as well. The legs will really feel that. One of the biggest tips and appreciations there is the breathing technique for anything like this. The Zerka squat, this carry, 360 carry, whatever, 360 medley, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the name of it. Front squat, squats in general, your breathing technique, any pressure against this sternum, diaphragm, lower ribs, upper abs, the weight going in here, pressing in, holding, your breathing technique is going to have to become a real part of your strategy. Because you're trying to keep the interthoracic and intra-abdominal pressure high, as well as hold the bar, and you want to breathe, and you need to release some of that tension in order to reoxygenate your blood. And breathe deep. Woo. So in-field tips and experience from Dr. J coming at you. Excuse me, could you help me please? Can you help me please? Can you help me just re-rack this bar onto those hooks there?
Yeah.
So what we'll do, we'll take one end each. Ready? Watch your back, bend your knees. Nice and steady. Nice one, mate. Woo! Thanks, mate. Yep. All the way. Nice one, mate. Thank you. No, that's just fine. Low one. Low rack. On the bar. So that was hard. So we're having another set. We'll do another set, because that's fantastic. and that's appreciating how important it is to do your supplementary work, your abs, your shoulders, your bicep. This will hit the bicep, this will hit the shoulders, this will hit the core, so you kind of got it all integrated, intertwined, built in this exercise. So, fantastic. Oh yeah, thumbs up on the video, guys, as usual. So we've got to beat the record. I think we've had 8. I think 8 or 9 is the record on the Camelback, refilling the water bladder on the Camelback reservoir. The water bladder. We talk about the principles of fluid dynamics and chest drains and intravenous fluids. So thumbs up on the video. High quality live streams with consistently good educational informative content. No gimmicks, no edits. Not trying to sell you anything. Not trying to sell you a program. Not trying to cash in, buy my course. None of that. None of that. Just doing what we love. I might set up a Patreon though for exclusive content. But we'll see, no rush. No rush. We've got this beast coming up next. We're going to be doing this shoulder press on the trap bar. We need to check up the time. We check the time. What time are we on? Okay, good. Oh. I think we're almost recovered. But we can hit it again. Oh. Traps are pumped. Whew. Who'd have thought walking around in circles lifting something heavy could be so much fun, eh? Silny Sobotown. I think my Polish was a bit incorrect at the start. Silny Sobotown is strength Saturdays. I think I said Silny Sobota. But some of the grammar needs to change, I just remembered. Woo. Right, I think we're ready for another set. I've got my breath back, I'm feeling good. First time we've ever done a Saturday live stream, guys. Strength Saturdays. I think we've got enough space there to do this. Might be a bit narrow actually. We'll see, we can adjust it as we need. We'll go in between that next. One more set of this and then the next and final exercise coming up. Woo! Come on, another set. We'll just go to failure. Here we go. I need to beat 4.5. Damn, it's hard. But it's a good start for 80 kilo. I've never done it before. So. No, fail. But mind you, there's no failure at all, is there really? Because every single thing we've just done is a brand new achievement and a brand new distance and a brand new weight and a brand new duration and a brand new goal. So I thought that was really, really positive. Although I didn't beat my mini target that I set, I have tried something new and I've enjoyed it. And that's the main thing, that you've enjoyed it, because exercise is fun. And if you're bored of your exercise, then you need to do something more fun or get a new personal trainer. Excuse me. Sorry, you're having a break as well, aren't you? Yeah. Sorry if you're really knackered. I'm just looking at lifting that up onto there. But if you're too tired, just give yourself a second. You're fine. Who's a fit guy? Yeah, lowest one, yeah. Nice one. Ooh, nice one, mate. Perfect, mate, thank you. Woo. Right then, fantastic. Break this down. Final exercise, shoulder press, trap bar shoulder press. Our new favorite inspiration. All the gym bros love this one. There's some good teaching points in the gym bros want to steal this exercise stream. Some teaching points as well. We need, of course, we need a right, I wonder if we've got enough width. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? Hopefully this will be, I'm not convinced there's enough width. I think it might be. Oh no, it's okay. I don't want to hit my elbows on the, cushions because it's going to knock my balance. So what we'll do is just pull. What's the solution, Dr. James? We'll just edge that a bit wider. Edge that a bit wider. And I think we are in look. And what we'll do is shuffle and slide. Slide on a 5. This is good. So we are finding new ways to hit the body. Right, the beauty of this is we've got these low parallel bars hanging down, and it's going to give us that depth and depression and stretch on the shoulder, and you'll feel the upper part of your trap really switch on. So I'll bring you a bit closer. So here we go. You can see, give you an angle. You can see the pumpkins in the background, of course. Get it ready for Halloween. We've got the Halloween stream coming up on Monday. I won't be training on the Tuesday, the actual day of Halloween. But we will have a Halloween stream and it'll be on the Monday. I think that angle's fair. So this is the trap bar shoulder press, which is the hot new exercise in gym land. I have introduced this to many people and they've gone, wow. And yeah, man, it hits the shoulders different. I mean, it hits the shoulders like there's like no other exercise can hit the shoulders. And there's a really good stream, as I just mentioned, 3 streams ago now, maybe 4, because we do so many streams. Talking about the principles and how it hits you. And if you've got shoulder pain, there's an even earlier shoulder stream. There's an even earlier stream on shoulder pain. It must have been one of my first few streams when I did this, maybe the 3rd or 4th stream. And we talk about impingement syndromes, and we talk about shoulder tendinopathy, shoulder tendinitis. how to train safely with shoulders and open up that joint capsule, open up that joint space. Right. Whew. So, normally I have a spotter with me if I hook this over the rack, but today I'm going to try it like this so I can drop it and I've got some safety and I can spot myself essentially. I'm starting off very light as usual because shoulders can be temperamental sometimes, doesn't matter who you are, and we want to build ourselves in nice and slow, nice and steady. No ego streams. Right, I think we're doing all right here. We've got a good foundation. We've got good distance. We've got a good clearance. We are dipping low. Let's get the shoulders nice and warm. Beautiful. 2, 3, 4. Watch this little stretch at the bottom now, watch. Just there, that little dip. That's where differences are made. That really puts that tension. Woo, that really puts that tension on that upper trap. Just that little bit of scapular depression and then pressing. Because what you've got is shoulder retraction. And this hex bar is trying to wobble like this. And it wants to tip back, tip forwards. It wants to rotate. So the 360 all around the shoulder is really having to fight and work. That's why I don't like to go too heavy too soon on this. I build up. I do go heavy and I will get heavier. But you've got to really switch on everything because it's quite a stimulatory exercise. And I want to make sure everything's really fired up. But we'll slowly creep up. Maybe we'll put another couple of 5s on now. Nice and steady. Right, we need a couple of 5s, don't we? Let's go and get some 5s. Back in a mo. Short commercial break. Literally 10-second break. We're back. Here we go. Slide on a couple of 5s. I've purposely chosen the small discs here because if I chose the big discs, it would hit the mat and I wouldn't be able to get the depth that I need, and we need depth and stretch on this exercise. This is a little bit awkward, isn't it? But I need to figure out a technique to do this. Oh, that's fine, that's easy. Just lift up one side at a time. So thanks for joining and welcome to all the new subscribers. It's nice and natural organic growth. I haven't advertised this channel, so I wanted to see the true growth. As we do in our training, we see true growth, natural true growth, which takes time. Steady, steady. Whew. Thumbs up on the video, boys and girls, ladies and gents. Couple of sets. Are we ready? We're doing fantastic. Ready for another one. And I've got these safety cushions here. If there's any trouble, I can just drop this down. So as I don't hit myself in the face with the bar. Fine. All we need to do is just bend the knees and just drop it down. Woo! Safety, safety. Two. Yes! Oh, that is amazing. Oh, I just want more of this exercise. I just want more and more and more of this exercise. Ooh, and that is a really, really nice weight, actually. I'm going to do another set. I'm going to do another set on that weight because it feels like absolutely beautiful. And then I'm going to go a little bit heavier. I'm going to go up to about 17 and a half, maybe. I thought 20 last time was pretty good, but I think I did 20. Did I put 20 kilos on last time? Oh, we might be able to go up to 20. Yeah, I think we got to 20 because we've got to keep that consistency on. So, yeah, we'll try to get 20 kilos out on this. Actually, we should be trying to hit that target weight again, shouldn't we? I'm just remembering what we did last time. Consistency is the key. So that means let me put a little bit more on. I'll do one more set on this though, one more set, and then we'll creep up a little bit, and then we'll do 2 working sets. We'll do 2 working sets on 40. It'll be 20 kilos here, 20 kilos here. Oh. 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 I suppose we could even, just thinking of modifications, I suppose we could even remove these cushions and pick the bar straight up off the platform, especially when we get a bigger weight. If we put a 20 disc weight plate on here, it's going to be like this big, isn't it? It's going to come round. So when I'm pressing it, I don't want it to hit these cushions as I come down. So I can, for a heavier disc plate, I could always in the future remove these cushions, and I could start this lower platform here could be my starting position, and I can just drop it down onto here with a bigger disc plate. But today I think what we will do is we can just build up in small 5s. There's no problem doing that. It's probably quite a nice increment actually. So you've got to think of these modifications as well, because it helps your training, it helps your safety. So that's really good, that. I think we're doing all right there. So we'll put on a little bit more. And we'll go for the working set. 2 working sets. Shoulders feel nice and tight. Welcome to the month 2 milestone stream. We're going into our 3rd month now. If you're just joining us, welcome, welcome. Subscribe. Popping. The guys are tidying up. $15 kilos, slow and steady. Whew. See how this goes. Just a couple of sets. Just building up nice and steady. And then we'll thrash out some top sets, get the shoulders really working. And we're going to be introducing, I will talk about this in today's debrief actually, things that we're going to be introducing as well, just over the next couple of months to help provide and continue that stimulation and continue the variability that we have, to continue getting growth. Feeling lean, feeling lean. Feeling full, feeling powerful, feeling nice. And you'll notice in my live streams, not once have I ever said burn fat. Let's burn fat. If anybody tells you to focus on burning fat, just let it go. Burn fat, build muscle, yeah. It's just so hardwired into us that that's a thing. It's like, why is that even a target? Just focus on training consistently and focus on getting stronger and focus on, definitely focus on the building muscle part. But if you focus on those things, that you won't even need to focus on burning fat, it'll just fall off you anyway. But I guess they need headlines to sell to make you click. And one of the biggest things is, it's just so hardwired into people, isn't it? That, you know, certain targets, abs, six pack, burn fat. It's just like, you shouldn't be focused on those things. Focus on good technique and focus on lifting the right amount of weight that you can achieve. And if you can do that, you'll enjoy it more. That means you'll do it more consistently. And that means then you'll be getting stronger, you'll be building more muscle, and the rest will just fall into place. But that's a harder headline to write, isn't it? Right, I think we need another set. Woo. Oh, sexy. Damn, that felt good. That felt really good. Wow. Oh, that felt delicious. Woo. That was tough though, man. That was really tough. 15 felt good, that's achievable. And do you know why? This is the moment that I'm talking about recovery. So I mentioned at the very start of the live stream, that's why we always do a recap from the previous live stream, how we feeling at the very start. Because what you'll find is your recovery is so important. But when you come to the next session, and if you hit that muscle again more directly, that's when you're gonna feel it. So what I mean by that is in the last live stream, so case in point, we did dips, which hit the shoulders indirectly, because that's mainly gonna hit the pecs and the triceps. And then we did yoke carry, and we were holding the frame like this, so our medial or middle deltoid really got taxed. Supraspinatus and trapezius muscle got really taxed. And I mentioned at the start of the live stream, they were quite sore. They've recovered now. However, in this live stream now, I come to work the shoulders more directly through a pressing movement like this. Now I'm slowly getting incrementally heavier. That's why it's really important to build up slowly. Now I've just hit 30 kilos, so 15 kilos each side, plus this frame, which is about 20 kilos. Now I can really feel my shoulders, like from the other day when they were a little bit sore, I can really feel them. Just, you know, that little bit of fatigue, and that's what you've got to pay attention to. If you don't pay attention to that and you build up too slow, that's where you start to get injured. Because remember, you're working most of these body parts twice a week, and your recovery is so important. So when you come now to hit this more directly now, I think to keep this achievable and to keep me stimulating the body and achievable and safe, I've got to be honest with myself and say, I think that is the right amount of weight for me to do today, because I hit them 48 hours ago on a really, really heavy session. And I would much rather have this as a stimulatory weight, still cause me to grow and get stronger, and not injure me and put me out for weeks because I've done 2 really, really grueling sessions in a row, and I go, oh my God, now I'm paying for it. So I think you've got to train smart and sensible. So I do practice what I practice what I preach as well. But I can really feel my shoulder switched on. That is really grueling. That is like, I know that I definitely know, and I feel I've just worked them 2 days ago. But hopefully the second set now will feel a bit more smoother, because I'll still be a bit more charged up. But let's see how we feel. That felt really, really tough. Right, anyway. And we can always do, so even though we go, let's say we stay on this 15, we can always do an extra couple of sets. There's no harm in that either, you know? So if our top set was going to be like, 20 kilos each side and we're going to do it for 2 or 3 sets, we can always stay on 15, knowing that we're still like slightly recovering, and we could do 4 or 5 sets, do you know what I mean? So we'll see how we feel. 2 or 3 sets on this might be stimulatory enough. Because remember, in another 24 hours, we're going to be hitting heavy bench press again, so the shoulders are going to get hit again. Wow, yeah, that was good. Wow, yeah, I want a couple of sets on that. We'll do another set on that, definitely. So yeah, in another 48 hours in the Halloween stream, we're definitely going to be doing heavy bench. So we're going to hit the shoulders again, so they do get enough stimulation. So don't worry if there's no like lateral raises and machines and dumbbells and stuff for the shoulders, because this all-round training style and training program, the choice of exercise that we do, you will hit your shoulders. 360, left, right, and center. Front and back, including the rotator cuff as well. Oh. Yeah, that 15 feels right. It's achievable, it's stimulatory. My technique is still really, really good. I'm not compensating. If I do get a little bit of an imbalance, as you could see in that set, I've got the strength and power to readdress my balance as well and keep that tension. So keeping that tension, I'm not faltering. So I hope you can apply this to your own principles as well. Like, be honest with yourself. Like, if it's too heavy, just say it's too heavy. And you will feel like the benefit of just dropping it down a little bit. It just feels more beneficial. It feels more, you just enjoy it more as well. Because you know you're getting the benefit of the exercise. I think we've got another 30 seconds or so. And we're doing a set. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Yet more progress. I will weigh myself as well today. Ooh. Yeah, one more. Oh, wow. Traps are firing. Yeah, I think that's justifiable because I've got more high quality reps, high quality sets out than jumping up to 20, it being too heavy, too overloaded, and faltering after 2 or 3 reps is not worth it. I can get a good, healthy 5 or 6 reps out. That's going to stimulate you a lot more than overloading. Oh, another absolutely fantastic stream. Yes. Feeling good. Simple principles, simple sessions, not overcomplicating things at all. Woo. Last set coming up. Wow. So the pumpkins are ready for Halloween. Awesome. Oh. Ah. Last set, then quick debrief. Big focus. Ooh, yeah, boy. Woo. Yeah, mate. Oh. Achieved. That's what we do, we achieve our sessions, achieve our sets. See if we can throw this off here. Whew. Flying. Well, always a bit awkward, but oop. That's why you need shoes on. That will happen, and it will land on your foot one day. Let's tidy up. That will help the gym staff as well. Right, let's get this frame down. Wow, my shoulders feel beautiful. Top switch on. All the tops of my shoulders right across that clavicle, anterior, deltoid, upper pecs as well. Beautiful. Right. Much needed hydration. tell you what, I've lost my water bottle actually. Do you know the blue water bottle I normally have? I don't know what's happened, but it went missing after the last session. So, month 2 debrief. So we're now at the end of month 2, we're going into month 3. So what a fantastic 2 months. So start of month 3, we're going to have new objectives, right? So what have we done? We've essentially done the first 8 weeks, first 2 months. It's like basic core essential training. Look, we've had the squats, we've had the bench press, we've had the deadlifts, we've had the chin-ups, we've had the narrow grip bench press, we've had the farmer's carry. We've worked our core, we've worked our lower back, we've worked our shoulders, we've worked our biceps especially, injury prevention. No gimmicks, nothing fancy, not trying to, ego lift. But what we've done by not ego lifting and selecting the right weight and easing ourselves in, training submaximally, we've achieved all our reps, we've achieved all our sets, we've managed to add weight almost every week and sometimes every session. Which means we've constantly had progressive incremental training. We've not once overloaded to the point that we've hit even close to 90 or 95 or 100% of our maximum. And by staying in that submax range now for the first month and a half, we've managed to really grow as well, physically grow. If you look back at the streams compared to this one, you can even see like how much physically bigger I am as well. We're able to achieve things because the recovery within the first 8 weeks has been so fantastic. The variety of exercise has been amazing. It's been functional, it's achievable. Even the things like the farmer's carry we did the other day and for example, the farmer's carry that we did, it's literally like you're carrying heavy shopping bags. It's functional, you're gonna need to do that, So you bring it into everyday life. Now, what's next? More bananas, that's what's next. What we've got to start introducing now is over the next 4 to 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, if we start to feel a little bit stale on an exercise, let's say, for example, I might start to do deadlift or squat and it might start to feel a bit stale, like it's hard, it's grueling, but the incremental progress can sometimes start to slow down and stagnate a bit. So what we can do, quite simply, is we can step away from that exercise, forget about doing squats for a couple of weeks, and we can go off and we're going to start introducing things like walking lunges. We'll start introducing things like walking lunges. We'll do some sled pushes. So far we've only done sled pulls. So we can do more sled push, sled pull over a longer duration, longer period, really get those legs firing up. We can work our core, loaded up heavy abdominal work. Then, for instance, on the deadlift, because deadlifts is a legs exercise, it does involve the back, but it's mainly legs exercise. What we can do on the deadlift, I could even drop the weight down slightly. I could take 5 or 10 kilos off the deadlift, and I can, instead of doing 3 to 5 sets, I can push and do 6 to 8 sets, moderately, very heavy, moderate to heavy weight, hitting 4 to 6 rep range, but doing more sets on a slightly lower submax weight for deadlift. It will bring the legs in a bit more, it will correct any technical difficulties or any parts of the technique that are faltering a little bit. And when we then return, just make an example now, but then we then return to do heavy squats again, we won't have done heavy squats for maybe a week or 2, but what we'll find is we'll be stronger on the squat and we won't feel stagnated, we won't feel like we've started to slow down a little bit, it's not as much of a grind. You'll come back feeling really, really refreshed, and you won't even realize that you haven't done squats for a couple of weeks because you'll just feel so energized. Anything overhead as well, overhead pressing, lower back, hyperextensions, core work we'll be working on as well. So, lots of things to look forward to. definitely getting some bent over rowing done now. We introduced the really nice, and a couple of sessions ago, the V-bar row, getting that real high tuck in, getting those elbows right back. Really nice biomechanics that we had there. That felt absolutely gorgeous, and it felt so safe for the spine. So if you have got lower back pain, or if you are trying to get your back stronger and thicker, the V-bar bent over row on that steady platform and in flat shoes as well felt absolutely fantastic. We'll be doing more curl and press. I think we'll be able to go a bit heavier on the curl and press for the biceps and shoulders. I think we've hit 20 kilos, 22 kilos. I'm hoping to push that up to 24, 26, 28 kilos in the next 8 weeks. Getting that overhead pressing a lot stronger. We're going to be hitting the narrow grip bench press more because we want to, our bench press has gone up. See, most of our big lifts, deadlift, bench and squat, we've increased that over the last 8 weeks. We've gone up by 20 kilos in 8 weeks. That's a lot. That's a lot to increase. So we've gone from 130 to 150 on the squat. We've gone from 120 to 140 on the deadlift. We've gone from 100 to 120 on the bench. And chin-ups has gone from 100 to 125 or 127. So we've put on 20 to 25 kilos on most of our big main lifts. So we want to now look out for the small guys as well, look out for the triceps and the biceps, because as our chest and our back gets bigger and stronger, we want to be making sure our arms and shoulders are able to compensate and control and work with them as well. So lots of narrow grip bench press. We'll be doing more curls as well, get the biceps nice and strong, get the triceps nice and strong. We'll be doing some calf work as well. I do some of these supplementary things off screen, making sure adductors are continuing to be strong as well. I mentioned in one of the first 2 or 3 live streams, I think it was in the heavy squats, heavy bench, heavy techno stream. I spoke about the importance of keeping your adductors really strong, and I think by adding 20 kilos onto a squat in such a short space of time, the small muscles such as your adductors they're gonna really feel the strain. So I mentioned the importance of that earlier on, about really making sure, particularly guys, because girls get on the machine anyway, but guys have got to, during their warm-up or do some supplementary work off screen, jump onto the adductor machine, really work those adductors, guys, because when you're putting such heavy incremental weight on your squat, it's really going to catch you out and you're going to start feeling strains. You're going to really start feeling a strain in the adductor region, and you really don't want to have an injury there because they are just chronic and they just don't go away and they just linger. It's not an injury that clears up quickly. It's about enjoying it and feeling good. You don't want to be carrying like little problematic aches and pains and stuff. We're going to continue to work our forearms and our grip strength as well, doing the rotational movements, getting our forearms nice and strong. And then look, you know, particularly coming up to November, December, we're then going to go into the final phase after that, and we'll be really peaking. We'll be putting on much heavier weight. We might drop the reps at that point. We might be dropping to between 2 to 4 reps, maybe 3 reps. We might be doing more sets or even less sets, but going again, the volume, we can play around the volume, but the consistency is key. We're getting the thickness, the diet is great, the recovery is great, and I feel really, really motivated as well. I think like every single season and every single time I come to do this, I just enjoy it more, and you just get better and you just feel stronger and you just feel like everything about it just gets better and better, and it's so complementary to all the other types of training. We spoke about the we spoke about the importance of slow, steady increments because we don't want to get tendinitis, tendinopathies, particularly in the elbow, in the knee, in the calf, in the ankle, in the Achilles. So train good and train safe, guys. So yeah, that's the month 2 milestone, really. We've hit 2 months and it's amazing, it's gone so fast. So before you know it, you'll be at 3 months, then 4 months, then 5 months. 5 months in. So we'll check our weight today, we'll check our body composition as well. I have got my analysis from a few weeks ago that I did. It'll be interesting to see how it's changed. I haven't been eating any pasta. I don't eat pasta. I mainly stick to rice, to be honest. Steamed vegetables, rice, steak, lots of bananas, of course. But I don't eat pasta. I don't load up on pasta. I don't eat bread. I find they really make you quite bloated. You just swell up. I think you just hold on to loads of water, to be honest. And I think the wheat in the bread makes you just a bit puffy. And we spoke briefly today about not focusing on fat loss. Forget about burning fat, forget about fat loss. Like, if you're doing these things in this training now, and you're doing the basics right, fat loss will just be a byproduct, it'll just happen. If you're slowly increasing, like we've only been putting on like 1 kilo, 2 kilos on most exercises. If you're focused on getting stronger and you're building more muscle each time and you're feeling good and it's achievable, and what we're doing today, going round in the circles as well, by doing those laps under tension over time, you're burning energy. That is your cardio. It's functional increment, integrated cardio as well. So there's no need to jump on treadmills at this time of the season. There's no need to be going off and doing, high intensity interval training or HIIT training. Absolutely no need to do that, because your sessions should be intense enough. Your sessions should be functional enough anyway, whilst you're getting stronger. There's no benefit to jump on those machines at the moment. We'll do all that in the summertime. And you risk injury. Again, you risk overuse injury by doing such heavy strength work and then doing 20 minutes of repetitive movement on a treadmill or on a stepper. You're just going to flare your tendons up and you're not going to recover, and you're just going to get injured. So I personally don't combine them. The ACSM guidelines say that you can, of course, but they're only guidelines. They've got to produce a consensus statement that kind of brings exercise and makes it available for everyone. There's not much evidence to say that you can't do that, but at the end of the time, at the end of the day, you've got to think logically, and you've got to think practically and realistically about your recovery, and that's going to be different for individuals as well. So personally, I don't feel that training this intense in strength work and then going off and do 20 minutes of high intensity interval cardio training, I don't think I'm going to be recovered enough for my next session. And your next session, your performance will go down, and the session after that, your performance will go down, and your session after that, your performance will go down, till eventually you just feel burnt out, tired, and just worn out. So you'll notice every single session that we've done here, we feel energized, we feel well up for it, we feel completely recovered, and that's because we're not overtraining. So the guidelines are good. I do use and I read the ACSM guidelines a lot. I think they are good, but they are guidelines at the end of the day. So anybody who's ever told me, when I was a physio, now as a doctor, or even now just speaking to people generally in the gym, they say, yeah, I'm doing this training, I'm doing this strength stuff. And then I go and do 20 minutes of high intensity stuff, and I say, well, how do you feel about that? And they go, yeah, I feel really tired actually. I feel like my performance in my heavy weightlifting is dropping. I say, yeah, exactly, because it will catch you up. You just won't be able to recover. So I tend to completely separate pure treadmill cardio stuff from strength training. I would rather have some cardio built into my strength work, like we do the sleds, like we do the farmer's carry, like we did the 360 today, the medley. I'd much rather it be like that. But in the summertime, when we come to do some of the bodybuilding things and all the, we integrate both high reps, a lot of volume, lighter weight, lots of sets. I'm more than happy to jump on a stepper or a treadmill or a bike or something and really get that cardio, heart and lungs, get the heart rate up. Absolutely no problem with that. Anyway, thank you very much for joining. I know most of you have been here for the full 2 months, which is amazing. The streams are growing every time. But stream growth and subscribers and channel growth was never the target. My absolute focus is high quality and bringing educational value and enjoying and having fun, getting strong. And I've got to stick to those principles really, and the rest is just a byproduct. So if you're getting something from this, the podcast is going to come as well. I am going to start the podcast. But again, I'm not focused on it being the biggest and the best and the most. I'm not bothered about that. I just want high quality. And I want high quality and high consistency. And I want it to be really informative, really educational, and of real value. So that's why I'm not rushing into doing the podcast. I am gathering my ideas, my attention to detail, and I'm doing a lot of background reading as well. There's a lot of interesting subjects and fascinating things that I want to share and talk about and discuss. So awesome. I'm having the time of my life and I'm really, really enjoying this. So And I'm really happy that this year I got it on film, because I've been doing it now for many, many, many years, and people do ask me, what do you do? What do you do? And I just thought, you know what, I've just got to get it as a time capsule and get it on camera. So I'm really glad I'm doing it. And thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you for liking and thumbs up on the video. And that's it anyway, I'll stop waffling, but the end of month milestone, we do have a bit of an extended debrief, so I think that's fair. I get to waffle on a bit more, so we get to talk a bit more. Anyway, awesome. Thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm going to go and watch the new Martin Scorsese film, which is Killers of the Flower Moon. And I'm going to see a friend tonight. We're going to cook some food, some healthy food, and I'm going to have an absolutely awesome Saturday. End of month 2, start of month 3. Let's go. See you soon.